Greetings everybody, Amar here. So in this video I'm doing a little something different. I'm going to show you how I do my data parsing, how I begin the process for Pick4. A lot of websites and lottery places, they don't make the data easy to get out of. The current New York lottery website, you can take out 10 drawings at a time, but you have to put them into Notepad, and I have to parse that also. So this, I'm just going to parse what came from, this is a direct export from the New York Lottery website. And I've done this before, but I like to do it every once in a while just to make sure that the data is correct, that I didn't make any mistakes. And so the beginning process is just the direct export. Now this is the original tab, so I like to keep the original data, so I usually just copy the tab, okay, and so I have, this will be my working copy, and this will be, I'll put in here, I'll name this as original. What's going on here? It's not typing. Let's see. There we go. There's a type. And alright. Win. Original. Oh, what the hell? What's going on here? There. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's too many characters. So let me see here. That might be what it is. Let's see. Let's see. Numbers. Win for. Original. Alright. Okay, so first thing I like to do is I enter in a row here, insert. Now, funny thing is, the last time I downloaded it, they had the farthest date over here and the nearest date at the bottom. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put in the date. Well, okay, drag it down. Alright, we want it to go to the 13th and not the 14th. So I drag in the date there, and I don't like that formatting. I want it to format it the same. So I'll format the cells, and where are we here? Date. Alright, I'll put it just like they have it there, with the date and the year. Alright, so now it's the same. Now I'm going to insert another row here, okay, and I'm going to put here equal this cell subtracted by this cell. Alright, and you're going to get a value of 0 here. So that shows me that the date is the same. Okay, that is correct. So then what I do here is then I'm going to double click down. It goes all the way down, right, to the first date, which is showing beginning 1980. So the first date was, you see here, there's an error. Something's wrong. It didn't line up, you see. And that's what the subtraction is for. Alright. Now, if it should be equal to 0. Alright. So, let's see. I'm going to double click this. And zeros means you can see that the data is correct. At some point, you're going to get a 1. Which means that there's an error in the data somewhere. And the first error is, there we go, -1. So the data import already showing an error. So generally I'll start my data going back to 2017. Okay, and you can see here that 611, 610 is missing. Right, so then I just enter in, I have to enter in now a date here, right? The 610 is missing. So then I'll do the same thing over again. Alright, I'll copy this and paste it here. I'll bring that up, and now you get your zeros back, so the dates are the same. And then I'm going to double click again. It's going to go down. Now, it looked like if there was a data off, it was -1. So what I'll do is I'm going to make it easier for me to see the error. So I'm going to conditional format, highlight cell rules less than 0. It's going to be, I'll put it in it's light, yeah, I'll leave it default. Light red fill with dark red text. So hit OK, and then I'm going to right click the corner, that's the autofill, and then we're going to go down and we'll find the next error. Oh, there's a 1. Alright, so there's another error here. Okay, so what's missing here? Oh, okay, so now here there's nothing missing. There's a duplicate here. Alright, so that's why it's a 1 and not a -1. But I can do that also. I'm gonna hit home, conditional format, and then also I'll highlight cells greater than 0, also the same color. Light red fill with dark red text. So hit OK. So in this particular instance, it's easy because you just delete the row. So 947, you can see here it's a duplicate entry, and here's a duplicate entry for the Win4. And what I'm going to do also here is I'm gonna go View, and I'm gonna freeze pane, freeze the top row, so that way I can see what's going on here. So where are we? Go back to the 1. So right away, you can see getting the data out, you got to be careful of errors and duplicates. But 2005, that's pretty. Wait a minute, hold on. Where was I? Where was the 1? Was the 1 up here? Oh, there, the 1. Okay. Oh, all right, back to the 1. Okay. So here we are again, the 947. Okay, so 947, and then the midday Win4 was also a duplicate. So that's an error, data error. Not so much an error, but it's a duplicate. So then I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna delete that row because we don't need the row twice. It's gonna mess up my data, and I get really upset about my data being messed up. I'm gonna have to. I just deleted the cell with the conditional formatting, so I'm gonna highlight cell rules greater to 0 again with the red, and then we'll do another. Click on the little bottom right corner. That's autofill, and then what happened? 3-1. Oh, okay. Because yeah, I gotta copy, and then I gotta bring this date down so to line them up. Bring that up to the 28. Okay, and then we do the fill again. Oh, see, and there's another error already. Wait a minute, no, let me see. 26. Okay. No, that was the date. I had to click the date down to fill it from that new point. So, okay, so no errors, 0. But boop, there's another error. Okay. So, another error. What's the error? So we have 123, 122. Another date is missing. 121. So I'm going to insert a row here. I'm going to fill in this date here for the 21. I'm going to bring this date up here, paste, and then I'm going to autofill fill again, and then we're going to keep on going and see what happens. Go down, go down, go down, 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 down. 2016, 2015, and there you go. Here's another error. So 2015, that's you've already got a pretty substantial quantity of data. Don't really need to go back much further. So you have 2016's 1 full year, 2017's 2 full years, 2018 3 full years, and now you're 2019. So that's sufficient. Okay, I could keep on going down the process. Okay, looking at more errors. So I'm probably gonna just start here. So I'll insert this row here, bring down the date, 9/18/15, bring the date here, do the autofill, and I'm probably going to just begin here. this is where I'm going to start my data entry from September. So I'll have 3 full years, 2016, 17, 18 for both games, which is more than enough. I think really you only need 2 years of data for a cache 5 that draws every day, and you'll need also 2 years of win 4 and take 5, not take 5, win 4 in numbers. But since that occurs in 1 year, because you have 2 drawings per day, it's like having 2 years in 1 year, right? Um, in theory. So let's just see here. I'll just do this hit down, and I remember after this point, because I've done it before, there was a lot of errors. I think right here there was a lot of omissions. Well, here was a C91 was another one. This was another duplicate. I would delete that. So I'm not gonna keep on doing this all night, but at least this is the process, and I could go through, to do as much, to try to get as much data as I could. I hit the click, but then you see here another data was missing, so insert. So whenever you export data from anywhere, you got to be careful to check and make sure that it doesn't have all these holes. And I use this conditional formatting to help me determine the holes. So we got the zeros. Shows that it's the same date. And then we're going to fill down again. And then here's another error. You can see the 25th is missing. So that's another reason why I stop at this point, because now it's just like, it's just like, I don't know, I don't even want to bother. It's just so, it's so annoying, basically. Alright, so let's see. And the other thing I gotta be careful is, see, if I hit this down arrow, right, now I've changed all the dates there. I don't really want to do that, right? Because if I do that, yeah, it makes all the dates continuous. So I'm hitting the back arrow key here. So that's something also you want to keep in mind. So basically, you just want to autofill on this side, and then it tells you where the next error is. Another data is missing here, right? And then so I would, I just drag down to fill the hole, and then I autofill here, and then the next hole is here. So it just gets really messy at this point for some reason. And I really should email them and say, hey, what's going on? Can't you fix these holes? Every time I do this data export, I got to find these holes and fix them. And that's why the conditional formatting is important. And that's why it's a good tool, because I can spot the error real quick. You're not going to spot it, just by eye. So that's the first step, basically. The other thing I like to do is I like to do from front to well, you know what I'll do? I'm just going to copy this data here, and I'm going to copy it back to the 9/2015. Oh my God! All right, so that's it tells you how many draws you have. 2015 was it? Was it 15? Yeah, there it was. That's the whole. I think that's where I started. Right here. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to put this in a fresh sheet. Okay, now I'm going to pick special values, okay. Paste special formats, okay. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do now is I got to separate the Win4 from the Pick4. So I'm going to put this as Pick4 here. Yeah, Pick4. And then I'm going to put another sheet here. I'm going to make that named Pick4, so that way they're not on top of each other, and I can reduce mistakes. Alright, so I'm going to take alright, I'm going to copy the again, copy all this data. Actually, let me see. Is that what I want to do? Actually, what I want to do, alright, this is midday, okay, evening, daily, sum. Well, first of all, we don't need sums. Let's get rid of the sums. Because the sums, we don't need that. This is, what is this? Midday 4 sum. We don't need the sum. Evening sum. We don't need that sum. Okay, so now we have data. Now what I like to do here is I'm going to insert a row here, and then draw date, copy, and then I'm going to paste it here, and then I'm going to go equal sign to this date here, hit the check mark, and then I'm going to copy it down. So now I'm going to copy the Win4 into the other file. I mean into the other sheet rather. So copy this down. Alright, so copy, and then over here again, so you're going to paste special values, okay, and then paste special formats, hit OK, and then okay, make all this the size. Alright, and now I'm just gonna clear contents here. Alright, now we got rid of that. Okie doke. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to what am I gonna do? I'm gonna enter 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do 5. I'm gonna insert 5 columns here. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do also is here put again equal sign, and then put the date here, draw date, and then I'm gonna do the autofill. Okay. Now once that's autofill, now I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna paste special values. Okay, that'll override the formula that was in there with the equal sign. Okay, so we can delete these zeros for the deletions. So we have date. Alright, so we have midday and evening. Alright, so now, alright, let me just enter in two more here. Give it a little space. And I guess we don't need these dates here anymore. We can get rid of that. Put draw date, copy, paste, and alright, let's make a little bit more space here. Alright, now we want to parse this data. Now you can already see that they have the leading zeros, okay, that is missing. So let's see, draw date, midday, daily. Alright, so now we're going to just highlight the whole column here. Let's see, column. Alright, now, okay, we highlight the whole column. Now, we go to Data tab, Text to Columns. We're going to do fixed width, is it? Yeah, fixed width. You're going to click on the first spacing of the first number, and then the second spacing of the second number. You hit next, and you hit finish. Okay. Now you can see here is that there's where the leading zero was missing, it didn't push it over all the way. So if I remember correctly, what I like to do was that I put equal here, right, and then hit click. So that's an 8, and then a 2, and then well, let me drag these over first. Okay, and you can see that messed it up. So I'm going to put a 0 here and a 0 here. Now the reason I think I'm doing this, if I remember correctly, is because I want to be able to do an autofill as opposed to dragging it down. It goes faster. So I'm just going to highlight these in yellow. Okay. Now I already fixed this by itself automatically. So I'm going to redo the equal. So equal is 0. Hit this 0, 8, 2, and then bring it down. Okay, now when I highlight it, well, no, let me bring it down one more. Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to home conditional format highlight cell rules equal to 0. Default light red fill with dark red text. Hit OK. Now when I autofill, wherever there's a space here from the leading 0 missing, it'll show on this side. So I autofill. Okay, there you go. You see? Oh no, wait a minute. We don't want that. That's not right. 520. Well, that's correct. That's obviously correct. So I think we want the zeros. Well, you got to double check it, I guess. All right. So let's keep on going. 302, 900, 390. The 0 in the first column. All right. Is the one. Okay. So we're gonna look for the zeros here. That's the important 0. And there should be a 0 in this first column. It can't be that the 0 didn't hit for that long, right? Oh, schnickers. Is that how I did it before? You know, I'm not even sure if that's how I did it before. Alright, let's see. Interesting. Alright. Okay. I think I had done it an easier way last time, but now I don't remember how I did it. So I'm just going to go through and just look at all the zeros. Oh no, damn it. I got to compare the zeros in each column. That's what it is. So here we go. 808, 302, 900. Now wait a minute. There's got to be a faster way. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that there because I think there's got to be a better way here. I'm just going to copy it down again. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Copy. We're going to go to the next sheet 4. I'm going to paste it. And then let's try that again. Equal this. Let's see. Alright, now. Oh, okay. That's why I put the 1, 2 there, because it doesn't autofill. And let's see. I think you're going to have the same situation. Right? Yeah, 510. Yeah, maybe I'm just mistaken that I had done it easier. So, anyway. Alright, we're just going to go through each one then. So let's see. 520, 808, 302, and then this should be 0, 0, 9. Because this 9 should have moved over 2 spaces. And this is 0, 3, 9. That should have moved over 1 space. So this one is supposed to be 0, 3, 1. And you can see already that there's very, very great potential for me to make a mistake, right? Because now I'm manually entering stuff in as opposed to having it all just automatic. So 062, 042, 909, 907 is okay. Let's see, this is going to be 051. Now, if there's a better way to do this, please let me know, because this is the way I've been doing it, and yes, it is time consuming. 032. This is 0, 9, 5, 0, 2, 4. Okay, let's see. 0, 2, 2. Oh, you know, I think how I did it now? I think what I did was, okay, that's what I did. Alright, now I remember. I did equal, and then I did count. Alright, now I counted here. It hit only 1. So there should be 3 here. Okay, that's what I did. So, go home, conditional format, highlight cell rules less than 3. Okay, and that'll tell me that the leading zeros are missing. Okay, and then, right, so here's 031, 082, okay, 062, 042, 051, 032, 095, 024, and right. So I can actually get rid of this highlighting because now it's just distracting me. So I'm going to home, conditional format, clear rules from selected cells, and then I'm just going to go down like this. So 022, 0, okay, 022, all right, this should be 099, and then let's see, this is going to be 059, and then this one here is 076. Now the other thing I could do here is I could just drag this over, right, and then put the zeros, 0, 0. That is another way, and then I could copy this and whatever, paste special here, values, hit OK, and you have it. But I think that's another way to do it. Right. It depends. I guess it's whatever you feel comfortable with. I could do it either way, but I already started over here. But that's the other way to do it, is just drag it. So 084, and you try to go as slow as you can. 0, 4, 1, so you don't make any errors. Alright, this is 0, 5, 1, 0, 2, 4. So I'm trying to, like, while I'm entering the data, I'm trying to look at the left area here so that I can refrain from making any really bad mistakes. And it's inevitable that I'm going to make a mistake somewhere, and I'll find it, and I'll have to, like, I'll notice it, and I'll have to hunt and see where I made the mistake. And part of me actually likes just dragging it like this, right? So actually, what I could do is I'm going to start dragging it from here, and then I'm going to put this as orange. I'm going to autofill orange. So basically, everything above this here should be correct. I did it on the right, and everything I'll do it on the left here. So here, 81. I'm going to drag the numbers over, enter in the 0. Okay, here, drag the 2 over, and then of course you got to be careful when you're dragging. But I think I feel a little bit more comfortable doing it that way. but I didn't feel like doing it that way at in the yellow portion, because then I feel like I'm doing double work. So let's see. Here, another one dragging. 3, 2 over. Hit the 0. So 5, 3. Here. Hit the 0. And you can see when I drag it, this makes the reference. So you can at least see that I've done it already. You can see where you are. 0. And then this one here, you can drag both these over at the same time. 0, 0. Drag that over. Hit the 0. Drag this over. Hit the 0. So the whole leading 0 situation is a real nightmare situation here, you know. I gotta stand here and I gotta do this. So I really should email them also and say, hey, can you do something about this leading 0 problem? And I think I will email them, because I don't want to do this leading 0 fiasco for the win 4. You know, can't you do? You know, can't they have the leading 0? Now the other option for the leading 0 problem is possibly to do export it to Notepad, but I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna email them, because anybody else who exports this into Excel is gonna have to do this if it's like this, or they don't know how to do it any other way. And I actually did get someone gave me a solution where you go into the formatting and it says put leading zeros or something, and the leading zeros would get in, right? But the problem is that when I then parse the data, the leading 0 would disappear again. So here, put a 0, 0, and again drag this over. So very tedious data work. Make sure that registers 0. And we're still only in 2018. 0, 0, 0, 0. Zero, 0. Make sure it registers there. 0, 5, 2, 0, 0. I already saw the 052 came out a bunch of times. 059 happens to be one of the best numbers in the game, which is sum 14, so that's one to track. Here, this needs 2 zeros, 0, 0. So if you pay attention also to the number, so here's 2. So you'll know it's counting 2, so you know you only have to add 1 0. Right. So here again counts 2. So only 1 0. That's another way to make sure that you don't make mistakes. So here you can see it's only counting 1. So you know you got to put in 2 zeros. 0, 0. Here's 7, 1, 0. Okay, what else? 7, 4. Another 0. 0, 1, 0. Again, if anybody knows how to do this faster, certainly, I don't know, put it in the comments or email me or something. But I've done this before and I gotta be in the mood. Oh yeah, so speaking of mood, usually I'll put on my music. Keeps me motivated to be doing this tedious work. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put on my customized little lottery workout music, and that'll be in the background. So let's see, 0, Here's another 0. 0. Alright. Now certainly I'm just going to keep on doing this. And, oh, this one has zeros. It's counting 0. So this was a triple. 0, 0, 0. And you remember I went all the way back to 2015. So I might only go to 2017 and I'll come back and do this. Because I get kind of bored doing this. Which is hence the music, keeps me motivated. Keeps me a little amped up. Let's see. And I'm dragging instead of typing all 3 numbers because, again, to try to minimize my own data errors. You saw already they have their data errors and data duplicates. So now I'm trying not to make errors and duplicates on top of those. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to 2017 so I don't bore you guys to death with this. And anyway, you could always just skip ahead in the video to where I actually do the synthesis part. I gotta synthesize this stuff to make it to put it in a graph form. So to put it in picture form. Here's 0, 0, 0 again. Alright, so 0, 0, 6, 2. Alright, so we're in 2016. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mark this, I guess, red line, I don't know, to show where I got to come back. I'll do this later on my own time. So I'm going to go back up to the yellow now. So this yellow here, I'm going to copy all of this data, copy it, and now I'm going to overlay it on this side where those missing zeros were. So over paste special values, okay. Alright, there's your midday. Oh shit, midday. I haven't even fucking done evening yet. Oh. Okay, let's see here. So you can see this takes many hours of work here. Yeah. So I'm already like bored. I want to just stop. Alright, so let me see. Let's see. Alright, let's do the same thing on this side for the evening. We're going to parse the data here. And I'm not sure what happened here. What happened here? 611? 610? Oh, wait a minute. Are the triple zeros because the data was missing? Or was it the triple zeros was what was drawn? Aha. See that? Now I'm already confused. Okay, so we gotta go back and see what date is that. I think it's because it's missing the date, right? So let's see, 6/10/17. Where's the original? Is this the original? Yeah, numbers went for original. Was there a 610 missing on the 610 17? Let's see, 610 17. I don't remember. 610? Oh wait, we're in 16. We're gonna be in 17. 610 17. Okay, fuck. Alright, so what I should have done really is I should have entered in the data here. So let's just see here. I think was there any holes other than that? Alright. Now I'm not sure. Now to see if there's a hole, I'm gonna insert another column here, and I'm gonna do the autofill. So 1, 2, and then I'm gonna hit the autofill button, and it should stop where the hole is. So the hole is, yeah, the hole is what, 610 was it? Whoops. No. Did it pass the hole? Ah, shit. It went past. It went past. Why did it do that? Alright. So now that didn't work. Let me put in the date. See the date. I'll paste here the date. Now I'm gonna autofill the date and see where, and I'm gonna use that same formula here, but this time I'm gonna put equal this date minus this date minus this date. Alright, now autofill. Oh wait, oh man. I gotta conditional format it again. Conditional format highlight cell greater than 0. Okay, home. Conditional format highlight cells less than 0. Alright, and then we're gonna see, because when I noticed those triple zeros, it might have been because there was no data entry in there. Alright, so I'll have to stop at 610. That's where I'm going to stop. And this is wrong. So I'm going to just highlight this as red. And then I'm going to put a comment in here. Okay, new comment. I'm going to say, I made a mistake here by not adding the missing data before I began to parse. Alright, so I'm going to have to redo all of that. And I'm just going to insert here. Okay. So see, I'm making mistakes already. That's why this is so frustrating to not to have this 0 problems. I got to do all this. Got to check all the duplicates and the omissions. So let's go down to 610 17. And then again, data, text to columns, fixed width, hit next, put the numbers in the margin, hit next, hit finish. Ah, fuck me. Alright, you can see here's another problem. The dates turn into dates. It's not what we want. So I'm going to hit the back arrow key here. I'm going to copy this data. And I'm going to go into a... Alright, let's see. Let me copy this data here. Copy. I'm going to put it into a new sheet. Paste. This new sheet here is going to be Pick4 evening. Pick4 evening. And let me put here Pick4 midday. And I'm just gonna just gonna fucking delete this. I gotta redo it anyway because I messed up with the filling in the zeros, the missing data. All right, so Pick4 evening is over here now. Actually, let's not delete it. Just leave it there. Pick4 evening, even though I'm gonna have to double check it. So we're gonna do it again. Parse this data here. Okay. Again, data, text to columns, fix width, hit next, hit the put your cursor between the numbers. These little lines will pop up. Next, finish. All right, good. No dates. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna put again here the 1 and the 2 here. We're gonna equal to that cell. Drag the cell. Now you have the number here, 2, 5, and then gonna drag down, do the count function, equal to count. I'm gonna count these numbers here. It should be 3. Home. Conditional format. Highlight cell rules. Less than 3. Red default light red fill with dark red text. Hit OK. And yeah, let's do the autofill. Well, let's do the autofill here. All right, so we're gonna do the dragging again. 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. What the heck is going on here? Alright, so we got this. So you hope to get into some sort of rhythm, right? A lot of times what will happen is I'll start to daydream. And I'll daydream and I'll start to make mistakes because I'm not focusing. Even when I was talking before, I was losing focus and I was like, oh man, you're going to make mistakes while you're doing this. So I listen to my music and sometimes, I try not to get daydreamy and try not to get too manic from my music. But I need the music to keep me amped because you can see how tedious of a process this is. And this is only the first step. This is more, because then I gotta combine the data, right? Otherwise, there's no picture. You can make a drawing sense hit chart for just midday and evening, sure, but I think it's a very bad idea to start off on the filtered premise, right? You want to look at the whole picture and then you apply filters. You can't start off with a filtered data set. So that's my personal belief. And anybody who believes differently is probably wrong. They'll argue it, but the proof is in the pudding, right? When you do this filtered approach, I mean, there's just so many pitfalls to using it, right? I'm not saying not to filter. Definitely you can look at things just midday or just evening, but you're gonna be like, it looks like this, this number is due in the evening because it hasn't hit in, 8,000 drawings. Yeah, well, that's because it's been hitting like crazy in the midday drawing. So you're to me, it's just a bad approach. Um, so I could debate them on that point. It all has to do with gambling. I mean, with monetary budgeting, right? If you have a situation where a number is not appearing in the evening but is appearing in midday, it's just gonna throw off the total, budgeting strategy. The only reason why the number finally comes over from daytime to evening usually is because it goes into a flag formation and then it starts hitting in both midday and evening a lot. Otherwise, there's no pattern to see. So let's see. Like I said, I'm just gonna go until where that hole was in the data, which was in June 10th, 2017, and then let's see. Bring this data down again. 047 085 050 160 350 9 0 0. Now the recording is approach. Oops, I forgot to enter in. Fuck, I put an enter. 0 0 0. See, I was looking at the clock. I'm doing a recording. Oh, look at that. I forgot to put a 0 in there. Wonderful. I was looking at the clock because I was approaching an hour. I think the recording might stop at an hour because I think I have it set on a limit, even though it shouldn't be at a limit. But let's see if we can finish this off and do the next part within the next 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, so there you go. Now we're gonna... Alright, so this should be all straight because there's no formulas. I put in the zeros. Okay, so now we have the midday. Now what I like to do is I like to put it in order. So I put in a 1, 2 here. Right? And I'll do an autofill here. And I'm gonna put here a number. Oh wait, that's the evening part. My bad. I wanna look at the midday part. So where's the midday here? Paste. I'll fill. And sometimes it's good to just delete all this data because it can be confusing. But I like to sort this. So I'm going to sort this the other way around. Where the hell is my number sign? Alright, a number sign. And I think you can hit the number sign, hit home, sort and filter, sort from Z to A. Alright, so that's on that side. And then we'll do the same thing here. Let's see, for the evening. Alright, pick 3. There's the number. There's 1, 2. Do the autofill. And then go to home. Sort and filter. Sort from Z to A. Why didn't that go to the bottom? Home. Sort and filter. Z to A. Okay, I have no idea why I didn't go to the... So I'm going to have to manually take that to the bottom. So copy. I'm going to bring that all the way down to the bottom to number 1. And here. Okay, so there's your 275. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. I don't need this anymore. And I'll get rid of this. I don't need this anymore. Delete. Now the next phase is basically, let me go back here, put 1, 2 again here. So now at least it's in ascending order. I'll do the same thing here, 1, 2, autofill, ascending order. Okay, now the next part I did, well, the next thing to do is to save it before I lose all that. So I saved it. Okay, and now we have here, I have a midday to evening synthesis to combine New York 2000 total. I had to make this custom Excel sheet. Took quite a while. I put in the midday, I put in the evening, and then it comes in combined. Basically, it's just a sheet where it's equal to the other sheet, and I could do a separate video on how I made that. It took a while to do 1,000 drawings on each. So now I'm going to go into here, my lottery numbers, and I'm going to highlight all this data. Right? And see, so it's 642 drawings. So copy, and I'll go into this midday evening census. Go to the first draw here, and then paste special, values. Okay. Alright, so you can see that it's up to 642. Where is it? 642? There. So I'm just going to put I'm going to mark it here with a red line. And I'll write in, okay, I inserted 642 midday drawings on today's date is what? It's the Ides of March. Okay. And then I'm going to go back, do the same thing with the Pick4 evening, and I'm going to copy again another 642 draws. Now if you have data, midday and evening, you want me to do this for you, just send me the data and I'll merge it for you. Okay? Free of charge. Alright, so let's see here. And this, oh, I don't remember. I was doing something here, I don't remember. So, pay special again, values, okay. And I'll make a red line at the 642. Okay, 642. Alright, I'll put here, I inserted 642 evening drawings. Alright, and then let me see. How's my math? 642, 642, 642. So equal. Where's my equal sign? Equal sum of these two here. 1284. So if I go to the combined, right, so the combined should do all the way to wait, what was the math? To 1284. Alright, so I'm just going to copy all of this data here to 1284. Now you can do this, you can take the data out of lottery post the same way. Of course, it also is midday evening. So I'm going to put this in a fresh sheet here. Let me get a fresh sheet. And now we're going to pay special, values, okay. Pay special, formats, okay. We're going to change this to dates, format these cells into dates. Hit OK. And there you go. 6:11 midday, 6:11 evening. And let's just verify that and see. Midday, the first number. 2:48 evening. First number 890. So combined here is 890. And so sheet 4 is this, no, which is the fresh sheet? Here it is. So today is what, 03/15/19 data import. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to file, save as, and then I'm going to put in a new date here. 03/15/90, midday to evening synthesis. And I'm going to save it. And then what I'll do here is I can midday evening combined sheet 4. I can get rid of this. You can delete that. That's old data. Money. That was something else I was doing. Delete that. I can delete this. Delete this. And here you can see I was taking the data out of LP. Now LP is difficult also because it comes usually hyperlinked. So I'll probably do another separate video on how I do the LP data, because not every state has an export to comma special value. So I'm lucky that I have this option. You know, it's just unlucky that I have to do all this crappy parsing. So there you go. This data is now ready to be entered into the program, and so you have, you know, quite a lot of data there. You have 1,284 drawings, and from here, this goes into the drawing sense hit chart. Now, the other reason I like to do this is because it has the dates on, you know, for both midday and evening. Usually, I don't know how to do that yet in Excel. The way I do the dates is, for instance, so I'll take this copy here. I'll put this date here. Alright. And this 12 I'll copy and put this date here. So this would be midday, for instance. Well, let me copy the formatting. Copy, paste. Alright, so this would be mid, this would be eve, this would be mid, and this would be eve. And if you copy, paste, you see you get the date, but you get this one here blank. This is the way I did it first by default. Now I can certainly do it with this combined, which I actually never thought to do it for just for the date. So what would happen is when I would filter and make a 4B, a lot of numbers would have no date. It would just say evening. So that's a fix now with this combined. And so anyway, that's pretty much the gist of this video. I'm going to save this again. Now remember, the hole in the data for the midday, so these I have to go back and fix this, and then I have to go back and I'll have to do the same thing with the Win4, and I'll keep you apprised of the email. I'll send them an email and say, hey, can you do anything about the leading zero problem, because you know it's a real headache, and I don't like it. So anyway, that was just some of the steps that I go through. And right now I'm looking at this and my head is kind of like, I can't even grasp it. It was like I did all that work and my head is like burnt out. So I'm not even going to look at this later. I'll remember to come back and what I did. And whatever. So anyway, comments, questions, subscribe, like, whatever. You guys know the drill, I imagine. And again, if you want me to, if you took the time to take the data out of lottery posts or anything, any website, and it's separated midday evening, let me know. I'll put it together for you. Eventually, I'm gonna get around to getting all the data for at least 1 year from lottery posts. But that means I have to sit there and take like an hour. I have to really, get motivated to do that. Have my music going. My music is going on now. I don't know if you can hear it, but sometimes it freezes, or sometimes I'll listen to stuff about a lot of reports about Q or whatever while I'm doing this. But that's not also good either. Music is better because listening to things about Q, I get distracted, and then they show a post, and then I'm gonna read it, or I'm listening to something and I make mistakes. So it's either better to do it with music or just with nothing, just with silence and just really, really paying attention. So you can get like this hole. Oh yeah, there was a hole here. So that's right. Let me put a red marker here for the hole. And then, yeah, okay, that's what I gotta do. So I gotta go through now and I gotta fix all the holes. There was a hole here. So I put a marker here, hole. And yeah, so that's it. Good luck. Happy number hunting. Oh, I guess before I go, the um the way I'm gonna fill in these holes is that the regular New York Lottery website has a search function. So I'll do it like a little range. I'll do like a range of 4 drawings, and then I'll find out what the missing number was. And I have to do that for midday and for evening to fill all those holes. So just more work, but hopefully it'll be all worth it if I can get around to playing Pick 3 and get some wins with the drawing sense hit chart. And I'll share you guys the algorithm that I discovered once I can figure out how to explain it concisely and protectively, because it's gonna get stolen and it's gonna be used up and usurped all over the world. But it's a good algorithm, and I just haven't figured out how to explain it, where it makes sense and I can protect the I guess intellectual property, even though it was in another book. It was just it had to be restructured. It was like selling the Bible and then someone writing a book about the Bible and selling that. So, but what do I need to read your book about the Bible? I can just buy the Bible. Says, yeah, well, you don't understand it. You don't. There's all these pieces and this and that. Whatever. Anyway, that's it. Time for a break. Peace.